Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Evoland 2. In the previous episode, we went deeper into Professor Giro's lab to try to prevent the activation of the weapon, which unfortunately went about as well as I had expected. And in this episode, you may notice we're not in the past anymore, because there's not really anything for us to do there that isn't, set up for later things, but those later things aren't really requiring us to cross different timelines, so hey. We are actually here at the bluff because there's another item for us to collect. You may remember the mammoth steak that we got. Well, around here, if I can find it. I know it's here somewhere. Come on. Ah, it's right down there. Right down here is another item related to that quest. The golden apple. Nice little nod to Minecraft and its golden apple. But, in addition to that, there's something we need to get in the Haunted Forest. Well, not need, but it's something we may as well pick up. Oh, what's this guy doing here? Hey! If you give me 50G, I'll tell you where to find a treasure around here. What do you say? No thanks. Suit yourself. I already know where it is, because I've got a guide to tell me where it is. Just gotta find it. Let's see. Upper right tomb. The question is, which direction do we push it? Never mind. We head down here, if it would load in. Jump across, and we've got ourselves a collectible star. Now, at this point in the game, the world has really opened up to us. We can go anywhere, and we can go after each of the... each of the fragments in any order we choose. However, I highly recommend going after the fragment of time first. You'll find out why. That still says the same thing. I thought it changed now that I'd found the treasure. Thankfully, because we went through it in the past, we don't have to travel through it at all. Remember in the last episode how we picked up that flying machine prototype that was undoubtedly built by this guy here? Well, we're now going to give him that prototype, because it was a finished thing, but it'll allow him to move further in his research. Oh, it's you. You seem quite exuberant, perhaps possessing a hidden power. I would have wanted a son like you. Do let me know if you ever come across the prototype for a flying machine. Even if it's incomplete or damaged, I could use it in my research. Well, luckily for you, we have just such a thing right here. Oh! A flying machine! A flying machine? A flying machine! A flying machine! A flying machine! Where'd you come across that? Not important. Thank you! Thanks to you, my dream of outdoing my father will finally come to fruition. I'll be able to examine this prototype and build my very own flying machine. It will most certainly take many years, but perhaps it will happen. What is your name? Kuro. Well then, it's a promise, Kuro. My first flying machine prototype will belong to you. Let's get cracking! Hey, my thanks again, Kuro. The flying machine you brought me will go a long way in furthering my research, but it'll take me years to build a functional prototype. Still, you have my word that the first flying machine prototype will be yours. Let's get cracking! Well, unfortunately, we don't have time to sit around and wait for it, so... what say we travel to the future? Meet you guys back at the meet you guys back here in the future. You know, there was actually one little thing I forgot to mention about traveling through time. Now, I actually really like the mechanic of using it to solve puzzles and take care of things that otherwise would be impossible. There was one little nitpick I had with it. It's that you can only travel forward to the next era. Like, if you're in the past and you need to get to the future, you gotta go through the present first. And yeah, it doesn't take all that long to do it, but I feel like it could have been easier to just have a menu pop up and you pick which era to go to. Anyways, now as you can see, Windy Valley has changed somewhat since the last time we were here in the future. Yes, it has become its own sprawling little town, complete with a Nest look-alike. Hiya! I've never seen you around here. You new? Give me some space, I'm training. I want to get as strong as Kuro, our village hero. Well, you're looking at Kuro. It looks like the grave has changed. More fancy, I guess is the word. Things are rather different since you last visited, but perhaps we have you to blame, or thank for that. Regardless, you know quite well none of it really matters. Jeez, no need to be such a downer. Huh, looks like the Prophet's guards are gone. Hey, you ever climbed to the top of Mount Alpha? My grandpa says there used to be a guardian or something in the cave up there. I'd say it's behind the boulders blocking the way, but you can't go and see anymore. It sucks. Ah, a guardian perhaps. Mayhap it could be of help to us. Even... God damn it. I've got too many games running on my iPhone right now. Even here, we sell weapons. Why must men fight on and on? Will there ever be a place without war? A place of eternal peace? No, I highly doubt that. Not saying peace isn't something I want, is something I don't want. I do want it, but let's face facts. So long as there are men, there will be war. Are you looking for something in particular? I don't know, some of those swords and shields look pretty awesome. Not quite sure where the one in the right is from. We sell all sorts of rare items. Yeah, wind sword, pointless, too expensive anyway. Anyways, everything under the sun, Dar. Finds all the chests. Well, I've got a guide to help me with that. And then we've got a lucky necklace, which doubles the amount of gold you get. Yeah, why not? Buy a lucky necklace for 500G. I've got the cash for it. Looks more like a lucky belt. But I could care less. Now then, somewhere around here, according to Sarah, should be a special megalith that we can go through. But first things first, we get yet another collectible star. 8 more to go before we have them all. Have you heard about Kuro? He's our village hero. He helped Sid, the great inventor and founder of our village, craft the very first flying machine. Then he up and vanished, just like that, without a trace. Some say he was an alien who came here on an interdimensional spaceship. Sounds pretty crazy, huh? Yeah, completely crazy. Shame you don't got a flying machine. I got a sweet course set up with an awesome prize if you win. Yeah, this is basically a means of repeating the shmup challenge, or shmup part of the game. Maybe this is the guy we need to talk to? I left the capital to move here. The fresh air and tranquility you get up on the mountain feels so special. It's a pity most folks don't get that. Of course, if they did, everybody would flock here, and it wouldn't be so peaceful anymore. You got that right. There's someone specific we need to talk to. Gotta be somewhere around here. Maybe in this place. Yep. Hello there. Do you need a room? Hey, wait! You're Kuro! That's right, the one and only Kuro. Hey, where's Fina for all this? That means the legends are true. You've come in search of what the great inventor Sid promised you. Is something the matter? Yeah! Yikes, a demon. No problem, sir, not at all. How do I put this? Well, you see, it turns out the great inventor Sid indeed created your flying machine. We kept it safe for you. In fact, we placed the machine atop Mount Alpha so no one could steal it. But it seems to have disappeared. I'm so sorry. I don't know how something like that happened. It was right there on the mountain, and then it inexplicably vanished into thin air. Yet not a soul was seen entering the cavern. I'm truly sorry. It's a wonder anyone committed such an act of thievery, Solid Snail. Again, I'm very sorry. Hey, I know this isn't much, but I can give you permission to explore the Magi ruins nearby. Within lies a great big chest that no one's been able to open. Seeing as you're the famous Kuro, however, it should be a piece of cake. Magi ruins? A mysterious chest? Count me in! Let's go there now, Kuro. Well, I suppose it's something. Yeah, the guard that was here is gone, so if we've got nothing else to worry about, let's joke. I cannot talk today. Anyways, before we actually do that, this isn't the chest, but it is a chest we're gonna want. We get another mana. I believe. No, I was thinking of the Oricon ore that we had one of. Yeah. No, still need another 2 before we can get our next upgrade. Now, if we head back and go down this way, we find this big mysterious chest and another Megalith. Saris mentioned something of a Megalith here. This chest is quite a find. Based on the inscriptions, it contains something very valuable. Could it be the fragment we've been searching for? We'll have to figure out how to open it first. Yeah. But before we do that, let's check out this Megalith. This Megalith seems distinctive. I'm a bit worried it could send us somewhere perilous. What if we end up in a volcano or at the bottom of the ocean? Well, better hold your breath then. What do you say, Kuro? Should we take the plunge? Yes. Whatever you say. Oh, this is new. Where'd we end up this time? It looks rather unlike my time in any case. Whoa! Astounding! Find something, Velvet? It's a miracle! We are actually in the era of the Magi! Are you certain, Miss Velvet? Of course I'm certain! These stones are textbook Magi era, but look at them! They're like new, freshly cut, well-maintained. We could meet actual Magi. Gosh, I can't get over this. How long I've dreamt of getting all my questions answered. And now it's a real possibility. What sort of questions do you have? There are so many. Where do I start? Where their knowledge derives from, what they believed in, and most of all, why they mysteriously vanished. Don't think they can answer that one for you, Velvet. Their civilization produced so many marvels, and they were capable of time travel, no less. What could have happened? Guess we'll have to find out. I really hope there's no talk of a great disaster here. Miss Fina is right. We had best explore this era for ourselves. Is this a dream? No, Velvet, it's very much real. And as I like to call this, the GBA era. Wait, not GBA, GB. You are clad in strange dress. Aha, there is a half-man among you. Then you must hail from the Molecular Research Center. Those people are all a little screwy, if you ask me. strange how she would refer to Menos as a half-man. This is one of the prime locations of anomaly-centered research. We study its properties and then come up with amazing inventions. Well, that could answer where the whole technology, where they derive their technology from. Megaliths were designed using data taken from the anomaly. However, they are not yet operational. Perhaps one day we'll be free to roam the time-space as it were. The anomaly goes as far back as our oldest records, but we have only spent the last few decades analyzing its makeup. The data has been, as it should be written, most illuminating. Perhaps our research will be used to prevent the end of time. End of time? The end of time is looping? The great destruction that will engulf time itself. Oh, looming, not looping. I gotta not go through this so quickly. We need to find out how to prevent it, lest all of existence cease to exist. Oh my, that is quite distressing. Using data from the anomaly, we invented a terrifying item. Judging from our experiments, it allows one to erase anything from the timeline, making it so it virtually never existed. We call it the Key of Time. Because of its potential for misuse, it was divided into 5 fragments. Each piece of the key was given to a separate island. We had one ourselves, and after much debate, we decided to send it into the anomaly, thereby ensuring no one could ever bring together all 5 fragments. Something tells me it's not going to be so simple as just, asking them for it. Some of our colleagues say that time travel should be restricted, warning against the potential repercussions. But we have highly secure protocols. A temporal modification could never happen. After all, we're only interested in collecting data, not in altering the fabric of time. Right. Without a doubt, the power within the Key of Time posed too much of a risk. Then again, perhaps the world will require such a power to withstand the Great Destruction. Were we wise to keep it out of reach? Well, we know that we're going to have to go into this anomaly in order to get this fragment of time. I don't know what those guys at the Molecular Research Center are up to, but apparently they're using our data to build some kind of huge machine. I sure hope they know what they're doing. Here at this center, we examined that had the anomaly's physical properties. Its diameter has changed very little over the last few centuries. Nothing that goes in can come out again. At its horizon, space-time disturbances have been detected. The anomaly seems to swallow up time itself. Pretty amazing stuff, wouldn't you agree? Amazing and somewhat terrifying. Alright, I'm not really going to talk to everybody here. This is the cannon we need to use, but we're going to need permission to use it. There's just a couple of people observing. Would you like to set sail? Yes, I would. Man, there's a lot less land around here. Now, where we need to go is to the south, but there's some rather interesting things we need to observe in the north. East. Megalith Isle. Huh. Oh, right, this is the very same isle. Oh, that's weird. That's disappointing. I came all this way to see the Megalith, but it's not set up yet. Well, I guess that explains why we couldn't use the Megalith on the Cursed Isle to get back here. Instead of attempting to travel through time, they should be devoting their energy to saving it. When time is no more, we won't be traveling anywhere. Interesting. I mean, they obviously found some way to save time itself. After all, this is the past. Though it also seems that there's a lot less land in this era. Wonder what could have happened. Now then, if I'm right, it should be somewhere up this way. Let's see, just a mountain, which actually appears like that might be where Demonia is. Who's to say? Ah, Molecular Research Center. They mentioned something about this. Access to the Molecular Research Center is restricted to authorized personnel only. Oh, it's you? You're already back? It's fine, you can go through. Okay, these guys obviously recognize me. And those look just like the robots we were fighting before. In addition to our research on creating new life forms, our studies of time manipulation are proceeding well. If all goes according to the plan, we should be able to prevent the Great Calamity. These guys keep mentioning it, and this area looks familiar. Some of the greatest scientists are working in the Anomaly Research Center. It's quite a shame their research hasn't been fully applied due to the library's overzealous Board of Ethics. Luckily, we don't have the same kind of restrictions. I see. I know I said I wasn't going to talk to everybody, but... Are you new here as well? I was just accepted into the Molecular Research Center. It's amazing what they're doing here, wouldn't you agree? This is world-changing stuff. You're a newbie too? Would you happen to know what goes on in the sub-level by any chance? I don't have access to that area, but it sure seems incredible. Now, based on the guy recognizing us, I'd say we've been here before. But how? Here are some of our most beautiful creations. These creatures can harness energy from nature and then store it biologically for us to siphon at will. All thanks to the miracle of molecular science. Huh. Weird. This shape looks oddly familiar. Oh well, I'm sure it's nothing. And as does that shape over there. Huh. With the help of these creatures, we'll have a near limitless amount of energy at our disposal. Likely a sufficient amount to sustain our major project. Those new hybrids are wonderful, aren't they? They'll certainly make good servants. Access to sub-level restricted to authorized staff. Access granted. Okay, we're clearly someone of great importance here. I've spent the better part of my life planning this project. With any luck, I'll see it put in motion within my lifetime. Yet there's still so much to do. At the most crucial junctures, you have to make tough decisions, G. We're counting on you to keep the project alive. No. My name is Kuro, not G. So, you were chosen for the project, huh? It's a big responsibility. Keep your chin up. It'll take us another several years to complete the project. Apparently the Molecular Research Center has dealt with our energy supply problems. But we have to finish things up ourselves. Time is of the essence. The Great Calamity draws close. Do you realize what this machine could do? Should we successfully complete it, we'll achieve nothing short of immortality. To think that if we hadn't managed to remove the Stone of Time from the anomaly, all this would have been inconceivable. Interesting. Yeah, this is the room where we fought those robots in. Chopped up the bushes. Well, seems we definitely have a history here. Though why that man calls us G, I have no idea. Aw, won't let us smash the pot. Lame. Oh, well, let's get out of here. There's nothing for us to do. And that is one big anomaly. Oh well, without further options, let's head... well, the only direction we can go that doesn't end in a dead end. Magi Library. This is the only other location we can hit. Hey, Kuro! This is a library! I mean, this must be THE Library of the Magi. The one said to contain the entirety of Magi knowledge and understanding. Please, oh please, please, please let me look around. Sure, why not? Thank you! And for the first time in a long time, we actually control someone else. If you're looking for a particular book, talk to Professor Gaggle. He will point you in the right direction. He has an eidetic memory. How do they come up with these weird names? You are in the Great Magi Library. For the sake of other patrons, please refrain from talking. Also, chocolate and invisibility cloaks are strictly forbidden. Man, why is every librarian such a killjoy? Okay, that was weird. There is so much to know, to discover. Too much to learn in one lifetime. It saddens me deeply to know that each... Okay, what is with the audio errors? It saddens me to know that each life invariably ends. To know I could never read all the books in existence, nor visit every land. At the same time, that might be why I consider each moment equally precious. It does make you think. What is going on with the audio? Much has been written about the end of time. Most Magi strongly believe the event is nigh. As a result, pure research has advanced light years in a short time. I happen to be a skeptic. If time should meet its end, it shall happen. But I see no reason to believe it shouldn't carry on as it always has. Hopefully he's right about that. To make my dream reality, I'll have to read about 2,000 books on various subjects. What's my dream, you ask? To work at the Molecular Research Center. It is far and away the best research team in the world. Have fun with all that reading. According to recent studies from the Anomaly Research Center, the anomaly exists in all times at once, but it remains to be confirmed that that is precisely why the Megalith project must be finalized, in spite of those who deem it too dangerous. I can confirm the Megaliths were completed. The big book on cooking with spices, that's in Room D, Shelf 7, Row 68. Top 50 theories on the anomaly, Room A, Shelf 18, use the ladder, Row 42. The end of time for dummies? Someone checked that out and never returned it. This must be the famous Professor Gaggle. Quite the memory he's got. Yep. Seems like he can tell you anything, like a certain search engine. I'm on the board of Temporal Ethics, and our role is very simple. Establish guidelines and protocols for preventing accidents in time travel scenarios. We've prepared for all contingencies, that is, assuming everyone follows our recommendations. It's nice to know someone's planning ahead. And this is the big guy we need to talk to. Good day, miss. How may I be of assistance? It just so happens that I came into possession of a book some time ago. I'm afraid I don't understand all of it. Would you be willing to help me decipher it? A book, you say? May I see it? Yes, here it is. My word! It's stupendous! This is a full treatise on the science of cold. It makes some fascinating assertions. Might I make a copy? Sure, why not? Thank you. Mr. Gaggle, please? Yes, an archivist, what can I do for you? Quickly commit this work to memory, and then make a full copy, please. Right away, sir. Not to worry, this should take but a moment. I'm all done, sir. Thank you, Mr. Gaggle, that will be all. Thank you kindly for contributing to the Great Library. It will surely take a number of years, but we shall eventually decode those equations, and that will enable us to replicate conditions of extreme cold. We will, of course, have to carefully monitor the reactions. Wouldn't want to freeze the entire island by accident. Haha. At any rate, by way of thanks, you have my approval to use the Research Center's large Hyperion cannon. Convenient. You'll find it is rather fun, but take care not to send any old thing into the anomaly. Oh. That's rather helpful, because that's exactly what we needed. Now let's just take a quick look around, see if there's anybody we haven't talked to yet. Because I recall this side room being here. Scant documents come to us from Dark Ages. It would appear the anomaly already existed then. And, of course, the end-of-time theory originates from that distant period. At that time, it was known as the Great Destruction. Times change, yet the same fears persist. Did you know that centuries ago the sea level was much lower? Evidently something caused a vast frozen continent to melt, thus allowing the sea level to rise several meters within a few decades. Unfortunately, most of the records from that period have been lost. It's intriguing to think that there used to be a few larger continents rather than several islands. That era is known as the Dark Ages. Maybe someday I can travel back to the Dark Ages too. Yeah. But with that, guys, we are out of time. Looks like our time here is up, in more ways than one. But I still had so many things to find out. Sorry, Velvet. We've got more important things to do. But I'm going to end this episode off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.